Father and God the Son. We believe in one God. The most famous Jewish declaration, the Shema, Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. So they believe in one God. So the Hebrew word there for one, and you probably know this, is Shema, which means it means one, but it doesn't necessarily mean a singular unity. It can mean a compound unity. For example, that same word echad is used in the book of Bereshit or Genesis when the Lord says a man shall leave his father and mother, cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one. So that's a compound unity, echad. It's that same word used. A man and woman, shall become one together. So just because God is one, it doesn't mean He's a singular unity. It just means that God is one. And how God can be revealed as Father, Son, and Spirit, how we can understand it with our minds, and yet He's one, we can't understand it with our minds, neither should we, because God's ways are above our ways, even as the heavens are higher than the earth. His thoughts are above our thoughts, even as the heavens are higher than the earth. You can't understand how there's one God, and speaking to our audience now, you can't understand how there's one God that exists eternally as Father, Son, and Spirit any more than you can understand where did God come from.
Yeah.
Where did God come from?
Right.
We can't grasp that. It's impossible. God is multidimensional. But so when Yeshua said He was the Son of God, and when He said, I and the Father are one in John 10, the Pharisees went berserk. Blasphemy, they said. We don't need to hear anymore. He's making Himself out to be equal with God.
Yeah.
But think about what Daniel said in fulfillment of this messianic prophecy. Daniel said in Daniel 7:13, he said, I kept looking in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven, one like a son of man was coming. And He came up to the Ancient of Days and was presented before Him. And then the Father turned all dominion over to the Son. So we see these mysteries deeply rooted in the Hebrew Scriptures, but you have to have eyes to see. Just like with Yeshua's disciples that you were referring to earlier, Alan, in the book of Luke, where Yeshua's disciples didn't know what happened after Yeshua was crucified. Their hope was lost. Then Yeshua approached them, but He approached them with a different body so that they didn't see that it was the Jesus they had walked with for 3 years. And this stranger that Jesus comes, He appears to be a stranger to them. He starts taking Yeshua's disciples on a journey through the law of Moses, the prophets, and the Psalms.